Well, hello. I guess there's no introduction this week. Never mind, I'm just going to introduce myself. Welcome to another Whale Wellness session with me, Meditative Monkey. We're going to have a 30 minutes yoga class today. And today we're going to focus on our... Oh, there he is.
I'm sorry, man.
Introduction, man.
I was talking to myself. I was talking to myself. I
No
was like, I
worries.
went into this deep monologue about yoga, but it's all right. I'll start over.
Just start over, mate.
welcome, everyone. Whale community is here. We're back with another wellness session with Meditative Monkey. Usually this section is done by Heather, but she's not here, so you're stuck with me, folks. You're stuck with me, and it's been quite a week for a lot of folks. So this is a good time to just chill out, relax, get some breathing, get recentered. So Meditative Monkey is great at that. So you're in for a treat. I appreciate all of you for being here. Meditative Monkey, take it away, sir.
Thanks, bro. Well, then one more time, welcome everyone. As already said, we're going to have a 30 minutes yoga class, and we're going to focus on our hips today. So there is going to be a little bit of work today. However, you will have some time for relaxing as well. So we're going to start lying down and then do a bit of like 15-20 minutes of working on our hips, and then we're going to have a nice relaxation again. Working on our hips can sometimes be very uncomfortable for many of us, and yet it's very needed for all of us. When we're sitting most of our day, our hips tend to get really tight, so we need to get loose there again to feel better, to be able to move better. And so I just invite you now to try to go towards your edge, try to serve the edge kind of your comfort zone, and just try to go exactly to the level of discomfort, but not where you experience pain. So the edge between discomfort and pain is our aim for today. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's get to the floor. Put your legs together so your feet are kind of touching. If you have a pillow lying around and it's a bit uncomfortable lying like this, you can maybe put some pillows under your hips. And we're going to start in a just relaxed seated lying position to already passively open our hips here. So then take a few deep breaths into your belly. Close your eyes. And with every breath, feel how your body and mind relaxes. Bring your awareness into your hip area. Maybe you can already feel a little stretch here. And then direct your breath into your hips. And with every inhalation, inhale relaxation into your hips. And with every exhalation, just exhale the tension out of your hips. And this is just a little private note to my flatmate who's also just joining my class. I just invite you to please turn the volume down a little bit because I can hear myself really loud. For the rest of you, just keep breathing into your hips. With every thought that may come to your mind, just observe it for a moment. Just let it be. Let it be just a thought. Don't make it another train that you're jumping onto, taking you into a ride. Just let it pass by like a cloud. And with every breath you take, feel everything just falling off you. And feel how your hips are getting really open here just by lying and passively relaxing into the stretch. And then one last invitation to maybe set a sankalpa, an intention for your class. This can be anything that you would like to invite or let go of in your life, or maybe something very specific for this practice. Maybe you want to really try to serve this edge of discomfort, of your comfort zone. And if you find an intention, just silently repeat it into yourself a few times. And just feel like it's already your reality right now. Then gently let go of this intention and bring both your hands towards the outside edges of your legs and very gently bring your legs up and together. And then hug your legs towards your chest for a moment. And massage your lower back a little bit here while we're at it. Do some small circles. And then start doing some gentle rocking motion. You can already open your eyes here. Making the movement a little larger with each repetition. Keeping the core squeezed. And then coming all the way up towards a seated position. And from here on, maybe you can try to stand up without your hands, if that's possible for you. Otherwise, just try to use as little help as possible. Just try to come up here. Awesome, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a few rounds of sun salutations to just get the body a little bit warm. And then we're going to dedicate a bit of time to our hips. Let's start by standing feet together, the big toes touching, and the outside edges of the feet are parallel. I'm going to roll the shoulders back and down, standing in the mountain pose, really nice and straight, finding the center point of your body, like there's a straight line coming from your feet all the way up through your head towards the ceiling. Don't try to make it too stiff, just try to find this really stable position where every joint is stacked upon the other. We're going to take a big inhalation, gaze upwards, join our hands together, and then exhale, coming down towards the floor as far as you can. Next inhalation, we're going to step back with the left foot. We're going to drop the left knee towards the floor, and we're going to inhale into the horse riding pose. Inhale, the arms come back, the left thigh is active, the hips pushing forward. And we're exhaling, the hands to the floor. Right foot steps back, and then we're going to lower down knees, chest, and chin towards the floor. We're going to straighten our legs with the next inhalation, squeeze the butt and come up into a gentle cobra. The arms are close towards the chest. And then coming into a downward dog. Keep the legs nice and bent here. Swing the hips left and right as you walk your dog. Maybe try to put your chin towards the chest slightly if you get a nice elongation in the back of your neck. And then gaze towards the front and take a step with the left foot next or between your hands. Drop the right knee and inhale again into horse riding pose, other side. Gaze upwards, open the chest towards the ceiling, hands towards the floor. And exhale, right foot next to left. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming all the way up, hands joining, butt is squeezed, slightly bending backward. And then exhaling, down, hands to the side. One more round, inhaling up and exhaling down towards the floor. Now the right foot comes back, dropping down the right knee, inhaling, horse riding pose, exhaling, hands to the floor, left foot back, knees, chest and chin towards the floor, dropping the legs straight, butter squeezed, inhaling, gentle cobra, and exhaling, coming to downward dog. If you want, you can still pedal your legs a little bit if it feels right. Do your thing, whatever you like doing in this pose here. And then gaze again in between the hands, step the right foot in between, dropping the left knee, inhaling, horse riding pose, exhaling, hands to the floor, left foot next to right, exhaling down, inhaling, rolling all the way up, squeezing the butt, hip forward, upper back towards the back, and exhaling down. Let's do 2 more rounds, a little faster. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Left foot back, dropping left knee, inhaling, horse riding pose. Hands forward. Right foot back. You can either knees, chest, chin, or try to lower down the complete body gently towards the floor. Straighten out. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Take a few breaths here. You can still keep the legs bent here and the heels up from the floor if it feels right. Otherwise, you can also try to gently straighten out your legs and work on elongating your spine here. And then gazing in between the hands, left foot in between hands, right knee drops. Inhaling, horse riding. Hands to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Gentle backward arch. And exhale. Let's do one last round on the right side. Inhaling up. Gentle arch. Exhaling down. Right foot back. Right knee to the floor. Inhaling, horse riding pose. Hands to the floor. Stepping back left. Gently lowering down or knees, chest, chin. And then feet, legs flat. Inhaling, cobra, engage the back and the glutes. And exhale, downward dog. Take 2-3 breaths here. Focus on gentle, deep belly breathing here. Gaze in between the hands. Right foot in between, left knee to the floor. One last horse riding pose. Enjoy this one. Really open up the chest towards the ceiling. The pelvis comes towards the front. Upper body back. And hands to the floor. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. Hands joining. Exhaling down. All right, guys. I hope you're feeling the heat building up in your body because we're going to need it now. You can step towards the long side of your mat. Now we have a few options here. Are they going to stay like this and just dropping down as much as you can and just feel this active stretch kind of in this position? Otherwise, if you feel comfortable with the stability, you turn your feet towards the outside as much as you can. It doesn't need to be all the way, and then you come down. And the more you turn your feet towards the outside, the more you feel this active stretch in your hips. Exactly. So just try to go as far as you can. Join your hands, maybe come a little lower or a little higher, whatever feels good for you. Again, invitation to serve your edge, to explore your edge. And always keep on working on opening up. We want to have this opening sensation in our hips. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you're here and working on opening, or if you're here all the way down and opening, just send the intention, I want to open up here. All right, and we're also going to go a bit left, a little bit right. Going a little bit lower, keeping that smile on your face. And then 2 last breaths here, coming a little lower. And the next exhalation, gently coming up, gazing towards the front. and stepping towards the front. Really nice. Now we're going to do 2 more poses in the standing variation, which are also really nice for the hips. So we're going to step back with our left foot, come into a high lunge. High lunge is basically just bending the right knee, having the hands upwards. Now we're going to come into warrior 1. This means the hind foot drops into a 45-degree angle, yet the hip is still facing forward. And if you do this, you will feel immediately the stretch in your left hip because you want to have it faced towards the front. Right, and then we're going to bend into the right knee, keeping the hands up. And we're trying to keep the hind foot also completely on the floor. You want to have a nice contact with all sides of the foot, so we don't just collapse to the inside. We want to really have a stable foot, and then we're going to turn towards the front. And keep your gentle breath here. On the next inhalation, we're going to open up the hands towards the side. And now the pelvis is open. We're going to look with the pelvis face to this side. The hands are parallel to the floor. We're gazing over the right middle finger, and this time we're trying to open up the hip to the other side. We're going to rotate it to the back side. I'm keeping the stability here. So these are really nice active stretches for the hip, and they really can give you a lot of gains in flexibility and also in strength. And take a last breath, and then parallel both hands to the floor. The right foot comes back, going to lower down to the floor again, inhaling into a cobra, exhaling downward dog. I'm going to do the same on the other side, means now the left foot comes towards the front. I'm going to inhale one more time into the high lunge. Once we find our stability here, the hind foot comes into a 45-degree angle like before. And again, the pelvis wants to come pointing towards the front. So we feel this rotation in our hip socket towards the front. The foot is stable. And then again, arms up. Taking 2 breaths here. And next inhalation, opening up. Warrior 2. Again, the right leg is now rotating towards the outside, towards the back now. The foot is stable, gazing over the front hand. Taking 2 gentle breaths here. Coming a little lower. And then pedal both hands towards the floor. Left foot back, lowering down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Gazing in between the hands. And then stepping in between the hands. Inhaling all the way up. Hands together. Exhaling down. Now stand a little bit further apart with your legs, about shoulder width apart. The feet gently or slightly pointing outside. And then you're going to come down to a low squat. As far as you can. You can also put your hands behind your back. That feels more comfortable for you. Just make sure that your ankle and feet are stable. You don't want to completely collapse with your feet or your ankles to the inside. You want to have stability here. And based on this, you're going to evaluate if you are staying here or if you can already come all the way with your hands in between your legs. Wherever you are, focus on opening your hips, opening your legs towards the outside. You can do this here and open, or you can also do this here and work on opening. Wherever you are, close your eyes for a moment and take a few very purposeful breaths into your hip sockets. We direct your breath into this area. And as you exhale, exhale the tension you feel there. All the while keeping a friendly expression on your face, telling your nervous system with your facial expressions that it's okay to be here, There's no need to tense up. You're allowed to be in this position to serve your edge. And just finding back to a nice, gentle, steady rhythm of breathing. Taking two last rounds of breath. As we then all come with our hands towards the back, sitting down, joining our feet again together in front of us. Now we're going to pull our legs as close as we can here, embracing our toes with our hands and pulling our chest towards the front so the shoulders are nice, rounded and back. And from this position, we're going to try to open the legs in this position. It doesn't matter how far you are, if you're here and just trying to work your way down, the intention counts, that you send the signal from your brain towards your hips that you want them to open. Wherever you are, just close your eyes again. Focus on a straight back. With every inhalation, try to straighten out. And with every exhalation, try to push your legs a little bit further down. Having this nice active stretch again. We're actively trying to pull your legs away from you or push your legs away from you. Maybe adding a little of a pull with your hands. Maybe you can try to pull your upper body a little bit forward with your arms. So you have an extra stretch here. Trying to keep the back straight though. Taking 2 last rounds of breath. And then gently, next inhalation, coming back up. This was the hard part, guys. Now the relaxing part comes. Going to come on our back now, everyone. And from here, we're going to join the right leg over the left. And we're going to bend the leg towards our chest. From here, we're going to grab in between the leg and left to the leg and grab either below the chin, so below the calf, or on the chin. And then try to pull our leg as far as you can towards our chest. You'll feel a nice stretch in your hip again. Try to keep your right foot active so the toes are pointing of the right foot towards the right kneecap. And again, work with your breath here. With every inhalation, to breathe into the stretch, into the area of tension. And with every exhalation, maybe pulling a little bit closer. Try to keep your lower back still in contact with the floor. Don't just pull yourself up like this, but keeping the lower back and kind of like the hips really connected towards the floor so we don't cheat in our stretch. All the while keeping a gentle face, a gentle smile. As if we just frown up and really tense up our face, we're just sending the signal to our brain, to the nervous system that no, we have to tense up. I can't allow this to happen. And we're just keeping a friendly, open attitude reflected in your face. And I feel that you can serve the edge a little bit further out. So we take 2 last rounds of breath. And then gently releasing here. Switching sides. Keeping the low back nice and connected towards the floor. Left leg active, the feet, the toes pointing towards the kneecap. And then again, working with your breath here. Taking 2 last rounds of breath with your complete intention here of letting go. And then gently release this posture. And I invite you to join me in the pose like we started, this lying Baddha Konasana, lying butterfly. If it's too intense for you, you can also just lie down with straight legs in Shavasana, or support or prop yourself up with some pillows under your legs. And maybe just observe for a moment the difference you may be feeling when you're in this posture now as compared to when you entered this posture in the beginning of the class. Maybe you're feeling that you can go a lot deeper than before, or maybe you just feel that it's less painful or less uncomfortable. And just try to surrender in this position. Often times when we hold such tension also in our hips is because it's a very vulnerable spot, and lying in a position like this requires some openness to vulnerability. And try to connect with your breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your abdomen. Feel the hips are relaxing again. Your legs are relaxing. Your upper body relaxing, your arms, your shoulders. Feel your neck relaxing, your whole face. And or to close your eyes if you haven't done yet. Feeling your forehead relaxing, your eyebrows, your eyes, your jaw. Feel your whole body is becoming heavier and heavier with every breath you take. Feel your legs becoming heavy. Feel your arms becoming heavy. Your shoulders are heavy. Your whole head becomes heavy. You're almost melting into the floor. Feeling how every little bit of tension that is still left in you is flowing out and into the floor. Feel your breath becoming slower and gentler. Feel the exhalation becoming longer and more pronounced. Feel the mind completely calm, just as the body. And slowly bring your awareness back into your legs, into your hips. Become aware of any sensations that you're feeling in this area. And then gently look for your thighs with your hands and very gently in super slow motion, joining your legs up and together, very slow, very deliberate, with support. And then hugging your knees into your chest. Hugging yourself nicely and warmly. And bring yourself over to the right side of your body, lying with your head supported on your arm. Enjoying this position for one breath. And on the next exhalation, pushing yourself upwards in a seated position. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. And then I invite you to bring back your sankalpa, the intention you set in the beginning of the class. And then say it 3 more times silently within, knowing that it is already your reality now. And then when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes. Well, namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining this class today, and I hope you feel very loose and relaxed, especially in your hips now, and will enjoy the rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are. And I'll see you next week for another session of Way of Wellness. All right, I'm just going to keep talking until someone joins me. Next week, I will have something that is probably more focused on breath. We're going to do some pranayama. And, well, I just received a message there. Let's see what's up. Allegory is right there. So I just keep talking. Yeah, well, as I said, next week, we're going to have a little more breath-focused, more breath-centered session. We're going to introduce maybe something of a breath that's new to you. We're definitely going to focus on the ujjayi breathing, which is like a nice restriction in your throat. Ah, there he is. So before taking too much of it away, it's going to be nice. It's going to be relaxing, and yeah.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. I can hear you, man.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you so much, man. I hope everyone that was watching enjoyed that. It was a bit of a stressful week, so taking some time, breathe, and recentering is always good. Like you just said, next week we can expect you back for some breath work, which should be really relaxing as well. Yeah, thank you so much for coming through, man, and doing this for the community. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Super hyped to be here with you guys.
Well, yeah, we'll see you next week and catch you around in the chat.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Peace.